So we've been doing some sub-maximal testing with you and that sort of thing. Today we're going to go on and do some maximal assessment. We're going to be using the bike. We're pretty familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm very familiar.
Good, good. So with this maximal testing, it's a little more risky than the sub-maximal. So we need to make sure you answer no on all your PAR Q+, which you did.
Yep.
Within the appropriate age range, which you are. And yeah, so I think we're pretty much good to go.
Awesome.
I just want to check to make sure the seat's appropriate height. Good, nice. All right, why don't you hop up on the bike and we'll get you warm to start.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're going to have you get warm for a couple minutes. With the maximal testing today, we're going to be going at your maximal rate. So it's going to be important during the warm-up that you make sure that you pedal a little harder as well. You don't want to just keep it easy. So kind of the last minute and a half of your warm-up, I'm going to increase your KP, just so that you're working a little bit harder during the warm-up. Then we're going to reset back to 1 kp and have you cycle at 50 RPM. So our watts will stay at 50 and we can go up from there. So this test basically, every 2 minutes, we're going to increase you by 1 kp. As long as you keep your RPM at 50, it means your watts are going to go up by 50 each stage until you can't basically pedal anymore. Okay? Cool. Alright, so after the warm-up here, we're going to get started. Alright, so now we've been going for 8 minutes here. So we talked about taking your RPE every 2 minutes, as well as your perceived speech difficulty, as well as your heart rate. So at this point, we kind of have 30 seconds, approaching kind of 15 seconds here, until we move on to the next stage. So your heart rate is 153.
Yep.
Your RPE?
Probably around 10.
10. Okay, and you remember the Jack and Jill phrase we talked about?
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down, broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after.
Nice. And the scale of 1 to 13, with 13 being you can't say it, how hard?
Oh yeah, 6.
6? Okay, perfect. Ready? Alright, so right now we're in our 14th minute. He's cycling at 7 kp. His wattage is 350, and he's keeping his RPM at 50 to keep the watts at the 350. Approaching kind of the last 20 seconds here. So your heart rate is
192.
Perfect. And your RPE?
19.
19. Can you try to say the phrase for me one more time?
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch.
That's okay. It doesn't seem like you can say it smoothly, so we're going to give you a 13 there.
Yeah.
Keep cycling, last 5 seconds. Good, nice, okay. We're going to start you into your cool down now. So you don't need to keep your RPM at 50, just a comfortable cycling pace for kind of 3 minutes or so, or until your heart rate kind of gets dropped down to under 100 again. Alright. Okay, so now that your heart rate's dropped under 100, we can start kind of our passive recovery, where we'll just have you hang around, maybe take a seat if you want, for the next couple minutes, make sure everything's okay there. I'll clean up the bike and get rid of the heart rate monitor there.
Awesome.
And then, so your heart rate max was 192. And now I'll do some calculations, and I'll get you that for the next training session.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
No worries.